So 2 different locations. This one we can instantly get into at least. I haven't seen Downfall, I guess, because only Losh has. Exactly. It was Losh the entire time. We know this. It's all the collabs with Wanda. He's a known bot. He did comment on the video that I made about the situation as well. Hey, sorry about it. It's me. It's got to have been me. People are still really going strong with posting their bot on every video. I'm digging it. It's become the new meme for the channel. And all it did was cost me most of my income. I mean, at the time, right? Obviously, it has been very, very handily supplemented by extremely generous people over on Patreon, as well as many people kind of like subverting Patreon to use other resources to support the channel. Deeply, deeply appreciated. My worry about income is a worry like directed at YouTube at this point, because at this point, like between other resources of income, I can get along, specifically with the new patron subs as well. So. So it's backward that way.
My name is Dr. Marion Blakeslee, and I'd like to congratulate you all on volunteering.
So we go round through to the bottom.
Whatever your past, know that as of today, each of you will be part of something.
No. Look the other way.
Together, we will unlock the path to discoveries.
Resistance is futile. You too will eventually succumb to Loleshdom. Succumb rather to Loleshdom. I've been feeling it creep up on me. I know it'll happen eventually. There's still like a 9% wraps in this body at this point though. But it's trending fast. I wonder if the game will comment on the fact that we haven't killed any of these people. I think it will. I kind of hope it will. Obviously, you know, we chose not to, and it does look like the game is set up specifically so that we don't have to. But it's also possible that they were just giving us the ability to... Portable phonographs down that area. Okay. Okay, so it is actually on this map already. We can get into that area, through and around there. Got it. But it also does look like this area is specifically set up for that to be what you do. Deathstalker, thank you very much for the 200 bits. Says, nothing. Right back at you. Thank you, Deathstalker. Portable phonograph, portable phonograph. Oh, so one of these is leading towards the exit. That's the one leading towards the exit. So this is the correct one. How did I not get this at the time I was here initially? Oh, that's why.
I don't believe we've discussed side effects, Dr. Ambrose.
The drug's not ready for release yet. The side effects are immaterial.
So it's dangerous. Perhaps it results in some thrilling mutations. 4 arms, maybe? Or a second head?
Try delusion, paranoia, gastric bleeds, violence, and fatal insomnia. Shall I enumerate every way our volunteers have died? Suicide by automech, suicide by hanging, starvation.
Cut the recording, Georgie.
You sure, boss? I just put on a new cylinder.
Stroke, spontaneous combustion, internal exsanguination.
Just turn it off.
Okay, so Roscoe was trying to get information, but like Roscoe, I think, was here for the glamorizing film about the area, right? Calling them all geniuses, the geniuses of Peril or whatever. Or genius on Gorgon, some such. Regardless, Roscoe knows that if they delivered anything that was threatening to the company would just destroy the files and then terminate him. And I do mean terminate. As in the Terminator terminate. Catch around, Lalash.
Compliance with respec
That's Virginia again.
all instructions from facility personnel is stipulated in the contracts.
So that's why he wanted to suppress that. That makes sense. Now, we have one more phonograph, then we pass those off to Roscoe. And unless Roscoe gives us a mission, then we go to respec and then our final mission. Likely closing out the DLC at that point. Okay. Space is chosen. I mean, that is a good name for a spaceball team. Tossball, rather. You cannot fast travel while near hostiles. Am I now far enough away? Maybe I have to be far enough away that doesn't have a sensor over its head. There we go. Hey, that does seem to be the case. No, never mind. I was wrong. I'm a dummy. Would you consider playing Pillars of Eternity after this game? It has the same, if not better, writing. It was developed by the same people. I like Pillars of Eternity, Divinity: Original Sin, and there are a few other games in that kind of like pantheon that I do believe that I'd be very, very interested in. However, they are huge commitments of time. And given the fact that there are so many games of kind of like more active genres for me coming out, as well as so many other games on my backlog, Outer Wilds rather, specifically comes to mind. I think that's a little less likely. Baldur's Gate 3. I didn't include Baldur's Gate 3 there because it's currently in early access, and I wouldn't want to play it in early access myself. And also, I don't want to rule out Baldur's Gate 3 because I do want to. I mentioned last time I was playing Outer Worlds that the first time I saw Baldur's Gate 3, I got the same feeling as the first time I saw. Where is it? There it is. First time I saw Baldur's Gate 3, I got the same feeling as the first time I saw Outer Worlds. That same kind of like, this is gonna be good, kind of thing. So. So we're looking for break your legs to start off with. I'd be so down for Outer Wilds, by the way. It's so great. Yeah, I feel like it is part of the cultural curriculum that I have not yet engaged in. Are you excited for New Vegas 2? If it happens. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh. Oh, okay, they don't care about me. Whew. Good, because I was not stealthing well. Did I not go into this area before? Message archive. To Jasper Lowe, can we please? Pahlavi A. Dr. Lowe, I think I speak for all of my colleagues in the laboratory when I say I'm worried about the OCI's treatment of our facilities. I can understand dismissing 10% of your staff as a punitive measure. I can understand cutting our deadlines in half in order to motivate us. And forgive me, Dr. Lowe, but I can't understand demanding that we send human inquiry our untested compounds. Many of these compounds aren't tested because we know they're failures. Increasing production means proportionally decreasing quality of enrichment, which means lower compatibility with human metabolism, which means a higher rate and intensity of dangerous and potentially lethal side effects. Compound X is a highly complicated formula harvested from the waste of xenocytes. It's complicated because, unlike over 50% of Space's Choice nutritional catalog, the compound was not designed for human consumption. If the good people at OCI understand the complexity of the compound that we're dealing with, there's a chance they'll give us time and the resources that we need. We just need them to get to understand. This is a problem of miscommunication, Jasper. Just let me go up there and give them a presentation. I'll use markers and everything. What do you think? Dr. Palarvi, the OCI are comprised by a gaggle of carrion feeders. You go up there with your markers and your charts and your diagrams, and they'll chew the flesh off your bones and then charge me for the meal. It's absolutely critical I finish my research in peace, and as soon as possible, without interference from the OCI. So, in answer to your question, no, we fucking can't. Best, just below. Personal files. Work fortifies the spirit. From T Meadows. Today we received our updated timeline from management, courtesy of Mr. Goodfellow. 6 weeks deadlines are now 3-week deadlines. Some of my colleagues have been sacrificing sleep in order to meet these deadlines. Others have been medicating themselves with very small doses of enriched Compound X in order to combat the fatigue. Work fortifies the spirit, so we will carry on. I count myself fortunate to have been spared in the decimation. My former colleagues have nowhere to go. Their departure corresponded with a few critical doses of enriched Compound X disappearing from our storage. Correlation does not imply causation, so I will not imply theft. I am concerned by the side effects of Compound X, even its in a refined state. Repeated use damages the synaptic patterns of the brain. Paranoia, violence, psychosis, and intense anxiety will haunt a repeated user for the rest of their short lives. Our enrichment process does not combat the side effects of Compound X. We were close to a breakthrough, but the damage to our research terminals is irreversible. My hope is that Human Inquiry will see the effects of this compound in their own tests and report these tests to Creative Incubation. If Incubation is as chilled by these results as I am, they may provide us with more time and resources. From B. Gautier. A moment of silence for my recent batch of enriched Compound X. The elegant complexity of your molecular structure manifested in the hallucination of my own sleep-deprived mind. 30% lower rate of addiction, 75% compatible with human metabolism, and with a side effects coefficient of only 0.65, you were our most promising compound yet. Human Inquiry would have been delighted to pour you into a syringe and stick you inside a test subject. You were destroyed in the unplanned sabotage effect, which is to say that Mr. Mosley's fancy tables couldn't predict this would happen. You're almost perfect. Our lab will never see the likes of you again. Compound X is notoriously difficult to enrich. Its molecular structure is fussy. In smaller doses, the compound provides a massive boost to energy and productivity. The clever buggers at OCI do not seem to understand this principle and have asked us to increase our dosage with every batch. High dosage Compound X is even harder to enrich. And poorly enriched, poverty-stricken, chemical has none of the protective layers that inhibited dangerous side effects. So what we have is a cocktail of very bad side effects chased down with one massive rush of euphoric energy. Pleasant, but incredibly dangerous. I can only hope HIA's reports agree with my assessment. Sadly, they do not care about your assessment. B. Gautier. Pistol in their hand, they're dead at their desk. This is an own goal of a kill right here. Critical error, damage to data storage detected, memory malfunction detected, unable to retrieve data. Welcome Zhang. Run diagnostics. Diagnostics could not be complete. There's irreversible damage to the processing and memory units, and the research data for formula samples, formula requirements, side effect analysis, and quality of life improvements were all not found. We'll open the last entry. To whom it may concern. This morning, I and my colleagues gathered in the reception hall. Every 10th staff member at this laboratory was released from service. I am one of them. My indenturement contract at Space's Choice, which stipulates a lifetime of productive services, the researcher in the field of organic chemistry, has been terminated. I've served Space's Choice for most of my life. Working at the Gorgon facility is the highlight of my career. If I leave Gorgon, I will have nowhere else to go. Because my contract guaranteed my work for the duration of my life, to end that contract is tantamount to ending my life. If you have the power to reconsider your decision, I ask that you kindly reconsider. I am willing to work without pay if necessary. This job is all I have. Please allow me to fortify my spirit by continuing my work. Respectfully, G. Zhang. Wow. Mood, my man, right? Like mood. Messages, research notes. Dr. Lowe, I'm afraid I don't know where your research notes are. I searched material processing and discreetly asked the receptionist, but nothing turned up. If I had to guess, you left them in the basement laboratory. I'd venture down there myself, but you know how I feel about primals. I apologize for the weakness of my constitution, sir. If your research notes do turn up in the basement, may I ask that you think favorably upon me when OCI asks you for a budget review? Word around the lab is that Goodfellow and the other leaders at the OCI want to make some deep cuts in our staff. If there's any truth to this rumor, I hope you'll remember that I've always supported your desire to find a better, safer version of AT. Respectfully, G Zhang.
Roscoe, it's Georgie. If you're hearing this, you must still be holed up at the Sprat Shack. And you're not gonna like this one bit. I was trying to steal our recordings when things went crazy. I know. Like I said, sorry. And I'm gonna be in a heap of trouble if I don't get them, so if you want to save my bacon, you need to do it for me. I need the 3 interviews we did with Ambrose, this one here, plus another recording of my own. I left that last one with a guy who owed me a favor at the garbage processing office in the chemical waste ravine. I'll leave an automech near Stellar Freighting. It'll want all 5 recordings, plus a passphrase. Glacial Age. Oh, and don't listen to my log, all right? Just stay safe and keep your head down.
Information is power, so I'm going to listen to the log. But why does she not want us to listen to it? Let's go find it at the absolute least. Catch you around, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Alright, so the final log, let's go for region, is here. So if I wanted to complete the mission right now, I could. Just by handing them over, right? Because I'm being given that as a location. So let's actually have a look at the journal. Return the phonographs to Roscoe. A woman named Georgie asked Roscoe to deliver the possible phonographs to her personal automech. Okay, I'm going to get the new one, listen to it, and then we'll decide what to do. It's possible we give them back to Roscoe. It's possible we don't. Because it's possible that the reason she wants them is because if Roscoe gets them, he will die. We just don't know. Am I near hostels? I didn't think I was. Okay, cool. I can fast travel again. I think this might be the final mission in this area as well. That is to say, in this entire DLC. Should we complete it at the absolute least. Didn't I already correct one over here? Oh, right. This is the person to hand them back to. So yeah, I think I must have her note already. In journals, codex, audio, interview with Ambrose, to Roscoe. And this is the follow-up interview. Tell me about the production process of it. It's difficult to work with. It's temperamental. Do you compound it with anything else? Tell me about your refining process. Our audience is conversant in the sciences. Very detail-oriented. It's because she's a spy. So, right. So this is the other log that she got. Does your minder know what you're up to? Does he suspect you're a spy? So this would be a board solution if I gave them to... She didn't want to reveal herself as a spy, is why she doesn't want Roscoe to have these. So it's the board solution, I think, in order to give these to her. Right? Back how to respec and go. We have not done it yet, actually. We're just completing another mission. Let's go talk to Roscoe at the absolute least. The other mission is the electric fling. This makes sense, right? Interview tapes 1, 2, and 3. That's enough for Roscoe. Yeah, it should be good. It should be the last thing we have to do. And now I definitely am hard committed to having to push through with this.
Nice to have some company. Stay cool.
Bye, Vaughn. Just because it would be very weird to next stream start up and then end Outer Worlds within a segment of like 40 minutes. So Roscoe's upstairs. We'll save before we go in conversation, just in case it's like, hey, you got him.
Hey, there you are. Been wondering how you were doing. Did you manage to find those recordings?
Can I ask you something?
Sure, I'm an open book.
What's the deal with Lucky Montoya?
Nice enough guy. Fashioned himself one of those professional gumshoes, like in the serials. They usually work for the board, rooting out dissidents and the like. Lucky, though, he was freelance. Worked for anyone who paid, no matter their allegiance. You ask me, I think the guy just likes snooping around in folks' terminal messages.
Lex sent me his arm in the mail. Did she tell you that?
No, but I'd wager Lex there's a lot of weird shit she doesn't tell anyone about. That's the sublight way. Gotta say, though, mailing a stranger some dead guy's arm probably tops the list. At least I'd hope so.
What was Gorgon like at its heyday?
Frenetic, chaotic, vicious, take your pick. I wasn't here at the start, but going off what folks told me about the early days, Gorgon started out with promise. The board's best and brightest were excited to work here, said it was a good posting. The project director had a vision and big, bold ideas.
Their best and brightest sure got a lot of people killed.
As long as the board gets their bits, that's just the cost of doing business. Thing is, the schedules coming out of the corporate office were unrealistic from the get-go, and they were trying to do the project on a shoestring budget. Couple that with the obvious personnel problems and toxic junk in the product, it was only a matter of time before it all went to hell.
Gorgon's a ruin now. What sent it over the edge?
Shit, any number of things. Fire, primals, sabotage. It didn't happen all at once, but it happened fast enough folks couldn't respond in time. Now, if you're asking how it all kicked off, might have been spies that did it. Corporate espionage, you know, anti-Cleos. I never did figure it out. Not about to try now.
You've talked to a lot of the staff here. What were they working on?
Adrenotime. I'm sure you know it. Was a drug, something to make folks work harder, work smarter. Had a lot of nasty side effects. Didn't seem so bad to me at the time, but then I hadn't met the test subjects yet. The whole thing was real hush-hush. A lot of worry about corporate spies, especially from anti-Cleos. I probably shouldn't even be mentioning it to you, to be honest. Spacer's Choice? They're really not fond of spies.
Who is?
Fair point. Not even spies like spies.
What do you know about senior researchers?
Not much, except that there was a whole gaggle of them, and so far as I could tell, they absolutely hated each other. Dr. Ambrose would hardly let me speak to any of them, but she complained about him all the time.
What'd she complain about?
Everything seemed like. Marion Blakesley, for example, lady who ran HIA,
This tracks.
wouldn't return any of her messages. Not once, for years. Jasper Lowe, guy who headed up Chem, was high more than he was sober. He insisted on running special tests on primals, too. Law knows what for.
Anyone else?
Dr. Ambrose really had it out for this guy Lawrence Goodfellow. Ran OCI. Would lose his shit if he saw red on a schedule. By the end, I heard folks were turning in completely bunk progress reports just to keep him out of their hair. Had this little minion, too. An actuary named Clarence Mosley. Obsessed with quantifying every detail of his sad little life. Mosley was the guy who got me mixed up in all this. Asshole. I hope a primal ate him.
This conversation would have been so useful earlier. It gives so much context quickly. So there was a tension between the researchers.
Oh yeah, it wasn't just that Dr. Ambrose hated them. They seemed to hate each other too. OCI pushed a ludicrous schedule. Chem made a bad product, and HIA returned garbage results. A regular merry-go-round of shit flying in every direction. It's no surprise it all fell apart.
I know you're half jesting, mister, but it's even worse than you say.
We've been to the Gorgon facilities. What Spacer's Choice did here is so much worse than you can possibly imagine.
Huh. My editor said my prose was too purple, and here I could have gone vermilion.
I love that turn of phrase.
Shit.
Okay,
Not a problem. Anything else?
Found him.
Well, I'll be damned. Now I can finally get off this rock and go home. I know it's not much, but take the last of my bits. You've earned every single one, friend.
Did you know that Georgie was interviewing Olivia Ambrose on her own?
She couldn't have been. We were together all the time. Except, oh shit, my weekly calls with headquarters. What could she even want to ask Olivia Ambrose about? Doesn't make sense.
Production details, ratios and measurements, ingredients, that kind of thing?
Good fucking law. Headquarters would kill me if they knew. Right after they killed her. Hell, being stuck here might have been the only thing keeping me alive.
Is there something going on between you and Georgie?
No, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it seemed like there could be when we were servicing the phonographs or sharing a beer, but who'd be interested in some forgotten old bastard like me?
No! I mean, I don't know. I can see the appeal.
Sure. Nice of you to say. Sorry. Not much in the mood for a witty repartee, what with the world-shattering revelations and
It's fair.
Any other horrible truths you want to reveal to me? Or can I get back to my drinking?
I don't have any more details.
Listen, I appreciate you telling me what happened with those recordings, but I need some time to think. Got a lot to process.
You do that, buddy.
Yeah, I'll just... Yeah. See you around. Thanks to you, I'm on the next ride out of here. Just as soon as I finish my drink.
Thanks to me, he's on the next ride out of here just as soon as he finishes his drink. I'm gonna go reload the area because I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure when I come back here he's gonna be gone and then I'm gonna find his corpse somewhere. It's the feeling I'm getting from that kind of end of that conversation there. Also, did that even come up with a mission complete for us? Oh yeah, it did. Okay. Roscoe is a pretty dude. Roscoe's handsome as hell. Let me jump out here. This is my floor. This is my stop. It's my stop. Bus driver. How dare. Of course Roscoe's not going to be in that room. Never was. Yeah, there's Roscoe gone. Well, I'm not going to be able to find him myself. All right, Lex, do you have anything to say about Roscoe leaving?
You're not gonna believe this, but Leonora paid her tab and told me she won't be coming back. I'll miss her, but she deserves a classier joint anyway. I don't know what you told her, but whatever it was, I'm guessing she needed to hear it. Have a round on me.
I feel better about that now. Leonora was the person we told that her partner had drived. I was looking at chat. Sorry. We told her partner had died, and that he had died using adrenatime as well. Became a marauder. We told her all of the information, and she processed it, and I think has decided to leave. Do you have anything to say? Nope. Nope. New dialogue.
I don't want any trouble.
No. Okay. Yep. I guess Roscoe's just gone. Driver here, we regret to inform you that in the interests of covering our butt, this floor is no longer available. But it's so much closer. Ah, but why?
Any trouble I should know about?
Nope.
Watch yourself.
Okay, we're back. We're back out of here. I wonder if Roscoe would have turned up somewhere else. Maybe if I'd done that earlier. Yeah, unfortunately her partner did die a pretty horrific death. I hope I didn't tell her too many details in that conversation, but I can't entirely remember it right now. Okay, so that's Tartarus is our official final, and then Gorgon, we go to the Ambrose Manor. Let's go for the respec. Now, I can just make stealth armor, so I don't need stealth. We definitely need a bunch of persuade. There we go. We got all the persuade we need. Now we know that we also need hack. And that's also going to increase our sneak while we're doing that. We have clothes to supplement right now, so we may end up reverting some of these in order to get extras in others. Engineering, lockpick. I think we might... Did we use lockpick there? We might have used some lockpick. Hey, Morganite, thank you very much for the host. Much appreciated. Get a exclamation mark SO Morga underscore night. There we go. And then... I mean, do I really need to invest into long guns that much? Maybe, maybe not. Do I have a capture you live for once? Happy to be caught live. We are just going into the final mission in this area, so it's quite a good time as well. Did I have to load this one? Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna have to undo the speccing because I need to make a hard load before the respec just in case. Hey, Shan, I'm gonna head out to talk to friends. Catch you around, Dimerel. Thank you for tuning in.
Didn't I request? No more
Okay, there's a hard save for us.
brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
Better not lose the save. I guarantee we won't. It's been hard save now. Okay, we respec everything. Just dialogue the heck up. I really wish I didn't have to click this infinite times here whilst respecing. I mean, actually, let's think with our clothes in mind, right? So we go into the final fight. We have a +10, +7, and those are both duped, so +24. We have a +24 to all of our social stats in the final fight. So that means this only needs to be 126. Can you hold it down? No. So that goes to 126. We know that we need hack to be at least 100, but we also have hack +7 as well as hack +5. So that's a total of 12 for 24. So I mean, that's already enough. Can I just revert that individual one? Okay, cool, I can. It's 76 is what we need for hack. I'm trying to find some extra points in here. Right? Cat's Eye Pressure Helm. Wait a second. The cat's eye pressure helm is only giving me 1. Something's wrong. We're missing an ability from something. I think we're missing the thing that says plus 100% bonus from your clothes. Determination. Yeah, where is the... Am I wrong about that? No, that's a perk that I have, I think. Right, and the perks have been reset as well. Okay, that makes sense as to what's going on here. Okay. Then we go back to... Long gun, we'll want to be a expert in. Well, expert. Is there any combat in the final area that we still need to do, or is it all stealth? Because if it's all stealth, then we have 150 stats here that go to a random thing. Let's get some determination. Persuade was the one that needed to be high. Hack needed to be high in order to get us into that. And then... I guess lie? Well, there's also a pretty good point at that point. Let's get this to 100. Intimidate? No, we're definitely not intimidating. That's not our kind of character. It seems that having some medical information will probably also help us. Okay, so we'll do that. Back, we'll apply those changes. Then we'll hit the perks. It is fast travel when encumbered. No. Extra damage while alone in the party. I'm probably not going to want to do that. Walk speed, sprint speed. Carrying capacity because I'm supremely over encumbered right now. And then extra damage per floor. Extra base armor rating, sure. Bonus to dialogue skills when you have no one in party, no. Plus 25 to quiet, I'm pretty sure it did pick up that. Plus 40 carrying capacity from companions. Yes. Reduce the consumable, definitely bonus to headshot damage. As well as TTD from Reapers. Chance for a set, no. Chance for a set, no. Let's get restored health per kill, and then we're looking for majority of things up here. Lower detection radius from enemies. Whenever I'm affected by a harmful combat effect, sure. I have 8 more perks available as well. Become a tactical master, so we get to move a little bit more there. Get some increased carrying capacity as well. Plus 100% skill bonus from armor. That is the big impact that we needed to see there. We'll take the confidence. Boom, headshot. Okay, I've got 2 more that I pick up. We'll take the less damage received, I guess. And reviving downed companions. We should be well and truly ready to go. The game has everything except for a good UI. Yeah, it's... UI in this game could certainly be a lot better. I'll agree with that much. Now, Felix and Pavati also help our Persuade, so we probably didn't even need our Persuade to be that high, but... it's okay. It'll work out. The initial robots on entry, I think I've already slain as well, so it's literally just the stealth section between us and the end of the game. Speedrunning time. I wonder if we get to have a choice.
Nothing good ever come out of a place like this, Captain. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Heads up!
Stealth. I'm not killing any of these because they can be possibly cured. We owe that much to try.
Every secret lab in this colony smell the same way?
Nothing good ever come out of a place like this, Captain. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Totally agreed, Pavati. I'm all heaved and jeebed up. No. Lose your aggro. Okay, they're done. Hacking skills too low for this one at the moment, but we go to our inventory, we change clothes, and we'll be fine. It is the... Oh, don't tell me I... Okay, no, I have the hack hat on. It's good. +7, and that's exactly enough. I did this before the final mission on Tartarus as well. And I was just, like, preparing myself as best I could for what I expected to possibly encounter. Take another quick save there, just in case that person had immediately turned around. They've decided not to, though. And we get back to the final. I usually dismiss my followers for stealth sections. They're not really doing anything, and also people don't seem to see them. Come on. Let me at him.
Here they come!
No! I just had to rotate with the character. We would have been fine.
Processing data.
No data. You didn't see anything. Maybe I could have stealthed through the earlier area as well. I'm just kind of curious because I've heard this game is similar to the Fallout games. Is that right? Yes. It's made by the developers of Fallout 1, Fallout 2, and Fallout New Vegas, or at least alumnus from that staff as well as the company itself. It is very much created in the same vibe. I would consider it a spiritual successor to Fallout New Vegas.
Didn't I warn you not to set foot in here until the job was done? You should have listened to my advice.
Let's talk about this, Minnie.
There's nothing to discuss. I can fix Adrena time without you, and certainly without Mother. You wasted your time coming here, and worse, you wasted mine. But I won't let anything stand in the way of progress.
What if you and your mother joined together to cure the Marauders?
You surprise me, Captain. Once we fix the chemistry of Adrena time, the Marauder problem will simply take care of itself.
But a lot of folks are gonna suffer in the meantime. And you don't even know if it'll work.
The days of the old Adrena time are numbered, and Marauders are bound for extinction.
There's a better way. According to Jasperlow's notes, a cure is possible.
I got into the pharmaceutical trade to break new ground, not to fix the problems Mother created. Besides, Mother is determined to ruin everything she touches. First Adrena time, then our family, and now my ambition.
I just realized that we didn't change clothes before that conversation, so we were about to hit a hard fail. That, and then that. There we go. Now we look dapper enough to have a conversation.
You your time. The days of the old... Besides, Mother...
Why not give her a chance? She's been involved in Adrena time since the start.
She never gave me a chance. Forbade it. I see no reason why she deserves a second one.
And what about you, ma'am? Don't you deserve a chance to fix your troubles with her? Don't you both deserve that?
Mother never let me anywhere near R&D. I was always her incompetent little brat.
The Adrena time project failed, Mimi. You couldn't have saved it.
You don't know that. Gorgon was my chance to do something incredible.
Opportunities present themselves every day. Your Gorgon will come.
Curses. You may be right. I invested so much time and energy into Gorgon. But there's no telling how many second chances pass me by. Mother taught me to never accept failure, to never settle for less. Compromising my plan goes against everything I know.
This isn't failure. It's a second chance to work with Olivia.
I suppose it is high time Mother and I spoke on equal terms, and without death threats. I was so eager to make Adrena time my legacy, to give it a second chance. But maybe it's my family that deserves a second chance. God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if you see Mother, tell her I'm willing to work something out. She can even come over for tea. Or something stronger.
It's awful big of you, being willing to mend fences after what all happened.
I'm sure you won't mind if I remain here. Just to guarantee that you keep your side of the bargain.
You're awfully paranoid, but that's what I like about you.
If you're trying to charm me, this is neither the time nor the place. It's funny, Captain. I hired you to break the family curse. And it would appear you've succeeded. Just not the way I intended.
I'll speak with Olivia. Be seeing you.
Good luck with Mother. I suppose you'll need it.
Wow, this really was like very aggressive room here. Hey, what's up? I mean, I can see you. I can like I could just go.
What are you doing?
What's up?
Careful around Mother. She's more vicious than she looks.
All right, I guess I'll peace out. She's so worried about what we might do and then just lets us walk up. Oh. Discreet cave. Interesting, interesting. Groundskeeper's Journal Volume 2. Week 1. How long's it been since anyone asked old Maybury to tidy up the planters or rig the garden? Miss Ollie hasn't shouted me in ages. I can't think of the last time Mr. Harvey came around to marvel at his fish. Where is everyone? Week 2. I've eaten so many of the beans, I don't trust them in the best of times. I don't tolerate them in the best of times. But I dare not go into the mansion in search of food. Think of the dust that would cascade off my unworthy shoulders and onto the fine tile. Can't go inside. Won't go inside. I don't belong. I'm not in the family. Week 5? Question mark? Out of beans. I won't trespass. Even the house is empty. I'm not part of the family and the Automechs know that. They're watching my every move. The cave is where I belong. Year 2. Time is a lie. There's no telling how long I've been here, munching on leaves and burying my excrement in the yard. No one's coming for old Maybury. Loyal Maybury. Faithful Maybury. We're gonna find Maybury's corpse, aren't we? I'm glad we respect as well. It feels necessary. Okay, I can do that, right? Do I have a lockpicking hat? I do have a lockpicking hat. I didn't know you could respec in the ship. Oh yeah, it's an important thing to know. A spade, definitely not a gardening tool. It's a unique spade. We've had a couple unique spades through this area. You about to find the body of a groundskeeper? Oh, perfect. This will give us a quick way to get back in there after...
This unit expresses...
Yeah, after talking with Livia. I have this game, but I haven't had a chance to play yet. My RPG backlog is rather overwhelming. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can totally understand that. There have been a lot of all-killer, low-thriller RPGs over the last 6 years? Been a good time. There's Tartarus. We're not going to Tartarus. It's journal, mission completion. We go to the Ambrose intersection. It might be possible you've convinced one to try and talk it out. Now you have to convince the other. Restore power to the synthesizer through the reactor room where Olivia is waiting. Right. So it's the other side of Gorgon. Killing them both was honestly my plan for when I play it. I understand. It just... While my character will destroy every single thing in their path that is kind of like a moot enemy, I'm trying to treat the named enemies with a modicum of different respect, you know? Let's see, okay. The idea of eating the cysts of pigs is just... churns my stomach. Somewhat fierce. Oh!
I keep my promises, Captain. Do you know the funny thing about mercenaries? They exist in a nearly infinite supply. Even out-of-work tossball players.
Oh, okay. So if I had actually managed to tell the tossball players who tried to raid our ship, hey, don't do this. This is a dumb idea. What are you doing? Maybe they wouldn't be here, or maybe they would side with me.
Nice of her to give us some target practice.
Yeah, I understand the target practice, but these are just people. Don't kill him.
What the?
Run! Run! Okay, hopefully none of them died. Okay, they found us. Run. So. Over the tree. Oh god, yeah, my people back there fighting have certainly tried to kill someone at this. No, they both died. It's fine. We're all good. Okay, she is literally just on the other side of this whole thing. Stealthing this section actually going surprisingly well. Can't get back in after this. There's no extra door. Come on. Nope. Keep running again. That's so effective of a thing to do. When looking at the speedruns for this game, I really come to appreciate how many things you can just run directly past. If you refuse to fight someone and just walk away from them, that's a lot of a solution right there.
Whoa. Look at the size of this thing. Some kind of slumbering beast.
I'll give you one thing, little weasel. You are relentless. I did everything in my power to stop you, yet here you stand before me, offensively alive. Just so we're clear, if you intend to restart this machine, you'll have to go through me.
Whoa, hold on. I'm here to make peace.
You think that will fool me? I'll die before I let you have this place.
Stop posturing for 10 seconds and let me speak.
Then get to the fucking point.
Minnie wants to work with you on a cure for the Marauders.
That's preposterous. Not too long ago, she wanted me dead. How do I know this isn't a trick to get me out of the way?
Why trick you when it would be easier for me to kill you?
A frightening but reasonable point. Unless your goal was not just to kill me, but to bully me first. Your intentions are beside the point. I've been working on a cure for 5 years, and I've made no progress at all. If she believes teamwork is all I've been missing, she's more soft-headed than I thought.
She said you were invited for tea?
What? That was our secret phrase. Did she tell you?
Explain.
When I'd been on Gorgon too long, that's what she'd write at the end of her messages. It meant she missed me. That she wanted me to come home.
You're making my teeth ache. So you'll work with me?
I'll try. It's no guarantee of success. And like as not, we'll develop nothing useful at all. But it will be better than working alone. Thank you, Captain. In the end, you were not at all what I expected.
All right, let's go activate the NDA protocol. I did it. I got them to agree. Now, let's make Adrena time, baby. I will be the person who makes all the Adrena time, and I will make all of the profits, and I will use that to respec so that I can use small guns. Let's see if there's anything unique around here to actually loot before we bounce. Nothing really important. That's 150. I mean, I'd like to open the 150, but someone teched out of it. Weapon parts, facial mask cream, shell. We'll take all of those. Yeah. All right, so this is just augmented reinforcements. I thought that was going to be a data entry log. Sadly not. Okay, yeah, we're probably out of unique items at this point. Let's bounce. I really hope that they mentioned that I didn't kill any of the people who were not Marauders. Come on. They'll be meeting on the ship, and we get to go meet them. I'll hard save before the meet as well, just in case.
Not today, Sam. I am not in the mood for a deep clean. Oh, all right. Some culprit who shall not be named spilled Rizzo's lemon syrup
Felix.
on my console.
It's definitely Felix. Only 332 days to Spooktober, y'all. Yeah, exactly. It's almost spooky skeleton season. She had... So, hang on. Minnie had some of the test subjects in her own area? So she already imported them here to work. or she already imported test subjects. That's a lot more souring if she'd already imported test subjects for her attempts at Drina time.
I have to know, Mother. All those years ago, what tipped you off that Gorgon was in trouble?
The volunteers. Not just the shocking way they died, but the company's muted response to it. They were expensive to house, train, and treat. That the company would spare no expense, yet let so many of them die. It was terrible.
No, screw this! You let it go on, though!
I thought if I could just show good results, I could protect them all. But not even significant improvements moved Lawrence and his ghouls in OCI. I knew then I'd lost control of Gorgon. I'd lost control of Adrena time.
You never told me Gorgon was such a logistical nightmare. We should have had this conversation 5 years ago.
You can't know how badly I wanted to. But the truth put you in danger, and I couldn't abide that.
I owe you an apology, Captain. Not only did I deceive you, but all this time I had the wrong idea about Mother.
I'm still angry that you lied to me.
Under the circumstances, lying to you was the only sensible choice. Not to excuse my behavior. We still have a great deal of work ahead of us. The years of silence were not easy.
I don't doubt it was hard on you, but I knew you'd come out the stronger for it. We have the chance to know each other now, thanks entirely to you.
How do you plan on mending relations from here?
On Minnie's terms, whatever they may be. I've made enough decisions for her, I think.
Well, there's no need to dwell on the past anymore. We're in the thick of it together, now that we're partners.
Partners? Huh. I suppose we are.
And family, I suppose. This isn't at all playing out the way I imagined it. And for the first time, I'm glad.
Broken Geiger donated 300 bits and says, "Hey Sunshine, I watch a lot of your YouTube and I'd much rather support you on here than give YouTube money for their premium. Have a good stream." Thank you very much, Broken Geiger. Very kind of you. Also, Sunshine, sorry, I read the message and I was like, Dad? Sunshine is what my dad calls me. So I read the message and I was like, my dad watches my YouTube? You two have grown a lot in a short time. Like, as part of like RPGs needing to force the story to a conclusion, and obviously not giving you 4 months for someone to go away and sulk for a while and change their mind, they have grown a lot in a short time.
Part of me will always miss the cold, vindictive Minnie Ambrose. Life was so much simpler when I felt cheated by it.
I'm glad to have you as my daughter, Minnie, but I'm proud to call you my partner. But I fear things will only get harder from here.
This is why I say before the conversation. No one said it'd be easy.
No, they certainly didn't. But what joy is there in the easy path? I believe in the work, and I believe in my daughter. That will be enough for me.
You've earned this, Captain. For recovering Mother's journal, for getting us talking in the same room together, and for exceeding my expectations.
Indeed, I have no use for bits and baubles on Gorgon. Not now that I have my work. Take what's yours, Captain. The road to a Marauder cure will be a long one, and the Board will surely fight us every step of the way. But this partnership, it's a damn good start.
Will you put the burden of the colony aside for just one moment? Give me a day with my mother before we get back to work.
For you, I will try.
The Marauder problem won't go away overnight, but I'm confident we'll arrive at a solution.
It's finally over. I'm free. The work can wait a day. Tonight, we celebrate.
You're welcome to stay as long as you wish. It's nice to have visitors for a change.
It all looks so fragile, doesn't it? So small against that vast black.
Mother and I have a long road ahead of us.
Okay, so just gonna be repeating similar lines. They are suddenly very sweet to one another after that. The kind of like secret phrase and the secret phrase meaning that she misses her, that did come out like a little Deus Ex Machina at the very end. Maybe if I'd seen different conversation lines, I would know a bit more about the context of that going in. Maybe. But as it stands, is that all of the content that exists in Perils on Gorgon? Let me quickly make sure. Peril on Gorgon completion. And it is... That's 100% completion YouTube videos. Just making sure that this is the final mission. Did you find Lucky? No. No, we didn't. If you can find Lucky. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, no, there is another one. Oh, God, there's like 3 extra side quests I missed so far? That said, I think that this will comprise the entire journey in Gorgon for my character. So let's quickly change your hat. Get you looking fit and swell. There we go. And then I'm just going to quickly wait for the camera to take over. Give an outro for the YouTube videos, visitors, the YouTube watchers. For those of you who are watching this on YouTube as well, thank you for making your way through all of the diatribes, the rants, the asides, the conversations that aren't necessarily about the game, but they do make for a fuller experience, especially in RPGs like this. I find that these are a good way of looking at, through a different lens, obviously, the human condition. So obviously they bring up those kinds of questions. We gonna see the camera swing around here at all? Is there a way to make the camera swing? Like go out of first person? Fine. That's not gonna happen. Instead, I'll just look at my crew. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you some other time. Alright. There we go. Oh, idle camera, yeah. Hang on. You're right. You're right.